Yo, what up, guys? Today is a special day. Today is July 27th of 2021, and that marks 1 year of me being in the military. My branch, if you guys have seen my past videos, I'm in the Army. So I just wanted to kind of give like a rundown of how this past year of my life has gone. There's definitely been some heavy ups and downs in this past year. But it all started July 27th of 2020, shipped off to basic. Basic, probably the hardest 2 months that I've gone through personally, just like mentally, it was a lot, especially because, I was going from a job where I was making a lot of money to a job where I was not making a lot of money. Not having any outside contact people was very hard. On top of that, it was just going through like the the COVID times, I guess you could say, of the Army and basic training and everything like that. They had actually just introduced yellow phase. I'm not sure if anyone still goes through yellow phase, but we were going through yellow phase, which was essentially a quarantine before we started basic. We were actually at our basic barracks and everything like that. We were actually with our drill sergeants and everything. We had 2 weeks of yellow phase where we basically just got screamed at, made do push-ups and stuff like that. So normal basic stuff, but not normal basic stuff. Like we weren't doing hand-to-hand combat. We weren't going to the range, stuff like that, because obviously that comes on later in basic. There wasn't a lot of we were doing. We basically did PT, came back, went to chow, came back, studied a little bit on like our chain of command, on the soldier's creed, the Army song, things like that. And then after that, essentially, we just got stupid duties and things like that we had to do because, again, we were just like little shitheads going through basic. But so that was the first half of that little bit. And then I went to AIT. So I went to basic at Fort Jackson. I also went to AIT at Fort Jackson. I'm a 42 Alpha, S1. It's great. I love S1. It's pretty fun. No, we don't lose your paperwork, and yes, you guys mostly fuck up the paperwork, and we have to fix it. But time for a story for another time. But yeah, so went to AIT at Fort Jackson. Again, very cool, very different than my basic experience. Basic was very, loud and proud to be in the Army. You were busting your ass for everything. AIT was very soft, in my opinion. Now, that's not saying that PT was soft or anything like that, but I mean, we had people like doing cheers and stuff like that, essentially, when we were doing formations, like marching to the DFAC, marching back from the DFAC, things like that. COVID was still going on, so like the mass and everything like that is still going on. I don't know if you guys have gone through basic yet or if you guys are going to go through basic, but it's not fun when you have a mask on, especially when you have to wear your mask during PT and things like that. It's not fun. I remember actually I had a captain take my name tag and or my name tape, and they were talking about like they were giving Article 15s to everybody whose name tape he took because it was hot as hell, and we were laying in the grass and everything like that. We were like pulling watch or whatever, and I took my mask down just to catch a breath, and he just happened to walk by, and he was like, your mask not on, give me your name tape." I thought I was in so much trouble. But yeah, it's tough having to wear your mask all the time, I'm not gonna lie. Especially then because we weren't really used to it and we were just adjusting to it, so it sucked. But yeah, so AIT was very different from my experience in basic. AIT it felt like a cheer camp, which I know 42 Alphas get a lot of shit anyways for stuff like this, but like it was what it was. So the schooling was a little different as well because of COVID. They were trying to push us through as fast as possible. They wanted to get us to our next duty station as quick as possible with the least amount of complications, with the least amount of COVID cases and everything like that. It was pretty fast paced, pretty nice. It was cool. I liked AIT. About halfway through, not even really about halfway through, about 3 weeks in, you find out where you're going. It just so happened that I found out that I was going to Camp Humphreys in Korea, which was funny because that was the absolute one place I did not want to go. I would have rather gone to Germany. I would have rather gone to anywhere, dude. Drum, brag, whatever. I would have rather gone anywhere. But they sent me to Camp Humphreys, Korea. And not the move. I just didn't want to go to Korea. I was tripping about it the whole time. I was like, nah, screw this. I don't want to do this, blah, 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 whatever. Trying my hardest to like get somebody to switch with me or whatever. Our company actually didn't allow us to switch with people. I know that apparently you can switch if it's like somebody with the same rank and like all this other stuff. I don't know. But I didn't do it. We got to go on holiday block leave. So this was around like December. It was an amazing time. I loved holiday block leave. I was with my friends. I was with my family. This was the first time I'd actually seen them because at Basic, they cut out buddy day, or they cut out family day and replace it with buddy day. Essentially, you just go out with your battle buddies to like the PX and you get food. And that's pretty much it. So they had cut all that. Went home, got to do all my stuff with my family. I loved seeing them. Obviously, I knew what I was coming back to. I was coming back to a flight to Korea. It took a lot longer than expected. So basically, they had me as a holdover where they just like, they can't get you to your next duty station yet, so you wait. So I came back from holiday block leave. I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. It absolutely sucked. You were stuck in your room with 2 other people, and you were just stuck there all day doing nothing. Except for going to the DFAC and doing PT in the mornings. Other than that, you were literally stuck there doing nothing because you had already passed school, you had already done duties and everything like that. Everything was done. Did that for 2 weeks, flew out to Korea. Scary as hell for me, just like personal experience, scary as hell because I never flown over the ocean, and I don't know why. It's always just scared me, but whatever. Did that. It was cool. Came into Humphreys. Quarantined for 2 weeks at Humphreys, and it was fun. It was cool. I met some people. I met actually somebody from the barracks next to mine. As you guys know, now I'm at Camp Casey. So about a week and a half in, I was like, man, I haven't heard anything from my sponsor. I tried to reach out to him a couple times. He was like, hey man, I don't have you on my list to come here, whatever. Just for future notice, you guys may receive Humphreys on your orders and then get diverted somewhere else. That is essentially what happened to me. So my last day there, I was like, hey, I haven't talked to my sponsor or anything like that. They were like, yeah, that's because you're going to Camp Casey. And that was like the worst news ever for me. I was like, this cannot get any worse because Camp Casey, I know that it's close to North Korea, and I didn't want to be close to the border. And like I know a lot of people who join the army like, cool, I'm gonna go like do a bunch of stuff and like kill a bunch of people, whatever. That's great for them. I'm not that dude. I'm like, yo, throw me the paperwork. We're chilling. So yeah, I found out I was coming to Camp Casey, and I was not vibing with it. It was not a good time for me. But it was chill. I was keeping high hopes and everything like that. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm in Korea. I'm going to make the best of it, whatever. Actually came here with a close friend, not super close then, but like a close friend now from AIT. It was a cool experience. I actually came here with 2 people. One came in later because they had gotten held back a little bit with the COVID stuff. It was fun. It was fun for like the first couple weeks, couple months. And, as soon as everything starts shutting back down, you're just like, this is really not fun anymore. I'm just stuck in my room, whatever. There was a lot of cool stuff that we saw, though. I've had great experiences out here. Overall, my experience in the military has been very good. It's definitely something like, there's a lot of camaraderie in the military, even when it's like stuff you don't like. You guys like you bond over it. Basic being a huge part of that, and then being at Camp Casey in Korea. I'm not saying people don't like it, but it's not like the preferred duty station of a lot of people either. And people embrace the suck, and you bond over the suck, and it just is what it is. And you actually meet a lot of cool people. I have fortunately met a lot of cool people in the military. It's one of those things. Like, would I go back and change it? Absolutely not. I would join the army again. I would go to Korea again. Oh, even before, like, yesterday marks my year in the military, but my recruiter, I won't say her name because, yeah, I don't want to, like, put her personal information out there, but my recruiter was absolutely amazing. I love her to death. She was one of those people that, like, any question I had, I know I'm annoying with questions. Any question I had, she was there to answer it. Anything I needed, she was there for it. And a lot of people will be like, oh, yeah, because she just wanted numbers, she wanted to get you in, whatever. Like, she took her time, she cared about her future soldiers, and it really showed. And honestly, that was the reason I joined the military, or that was the reason I joined the Army over trying to go pursue the Air Force. I was pursuing both, but she took it for me. She won me over, definitely. And another huge perk of that was I got to pick my job in the military, and she enlightened me on that. But yeah, overall, a year in the military, it's actually been really good. It's been really good. There has been a lot of ups and downs, of course. Like, there's been a lot of bad times, there's been a lot of good times. And overall, I would do the whole thing over again. That obviously I can't speak for the next 3 years of my life, but I'm thinking about doing a little just like check-in video every year that I'm in the military, because this marks 2 years, next year will mark next year, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing. I'll be at a new duty station. I haven't put it out there on this channel yet, but I'm gonna be going to a duty station in the States. It's gonna be on the East Coast, and hopefully it will be a fun duty station. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard a lot of good things, especially from my MOS about it, and I'm very excited. But the military, if you guys are thinking about it, if you guys are borderline about it, take the chance, man. Make the jump. It's one of those things that, like, I will never regret joining the military, and that's how I kind of just play my life. Like, I play my life like, man, when I regret this, I don't want any regrets in my life, and that's just how I go about it. I definitely would have regretted it if I did not join the military. And like I said, overall, it's been a cool experience. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. That like, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it has been my year in the military today, and it was something to think about. I wasn't really posting it on like social media and stuff like that. And I was like, man, how can I just like share my time over the past year? And what better way to do that than with you guys? So if you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know what video you guys want next, because I'm kind of just in a mood to upload. So let me know.